Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It's time for our weekly recap of Sistas. This is season 3, episode 7, and it was titled Protecting Myself. Alright, y'all, before I jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit me with that thumbs up button along with the share button. Alright, y'all, let's just jump into this episode because this was just annoying. So annoying. And they waited until the very end to give us the best part. Oh God, Tyler gets on my nerves because that's how he gets us, y'all. That's how he pulls us in. Anyway, so we opened up with the episode Bree pacing. So it left off where it picked up last week with Bree in the bank. She paced it back and forth because Jacoby came in there and was saying, "You did this to me, you Sabrina," all that other bullshit, and it was just Maurice and Sabrina up in the bank. But at any rate, Maurice come over there. Bitch, what he say? I'm like, now you heard what he said, okay? But she like, you heard him. Maurice is like, damn, girl, girl, what you gonna do? And so she was like, but he came to my house and stuff, I didn't do. He was like, yeah, but you the manager, you can't sleep with the subordinate. I know, but I didn't do anything. And he was like, yeah, like you should have knew better and stuff. She was like, yeah, but he came on to me. And then Maurice was like, yeah, and then he came in you, he shot the club up, girl. He shot it up. She was like, no, Maurice, you're not helping. He was like, what you need to do is you need to get even. That's what you need to do. What are you, like, how? It's like, you so you got it together real quick. Like, how? So he was like, I'm just saying, go down there to the jailhouse and be like, I said the jailhouse, to the police station and be like, I was so violated. She was like, I can't do that, Maurice. I can't. No, it's too many women out here who are being violated. I can't give those false reports and stuff. Well, he did you like that, girl. He did you like that. I'm just saying that's how you get them back. No, I can't do that, Maurice. I can't be like that. I just can't, I can't. He was like, when they play dirty, you got to play dirtier. And when they dig a tunnel, you got to dig deeper and stuff. She was like, no, Maurice, no, I'm against it. I can't do it. So, they got to go all over this 100 times, child. And so then he was like, well, did he send you any dick pics, girl? She was like, no. He was like, oh, okay, because we can't even post them. She was like, then we'll go to jail, Maurice. We'll go to jail. He was like, oh, yeah. But it'd be revenge porn. That's what it's called, revenge porn. I said, Maurice, go back to the counter and work on the invisible patrons. Just work on them, okay? So we see Fatima again. She coming there acting all thirsty and whatnot. The guy's back, Andy. He back. She was like, what? That was fast. Well, I guess I'll meet him. Call the girls. Tell the girls that we're gonna have to reschedule lunch and stuff like that. We'll do happy hour tonight or whatever. And she was like, oh, okay, you want me to bring him in here to your office? Let me bring him in here to your office. Let me. And she was like, no, girl, just go call the girls. She was like, all right, whatever. So Andy goes to the conference room to talk to the dude. And she was like, that was fast. Like, you back already? Back so soon? He was like, yeah, my client, she ready to settle and stuff like that. She was like, oh, okay, well, that's good. All right. Well, we'll talk later and stuff. He was like, no, I don't want to talk here. I got a request. She was like, well, what's your request? He was like, well, I think we should talk about the settlement over dinner tonight. She was like, over dinner? I don't think so, whatever. Maybe we could just talk here. He was like, well, no, we can talk at dinner, or we not talking at all. She was like, well, like, I'm engaged and stuff. And he was like, whoa, slow your boat. I don't want you. No, he didn't say all that. He was like, no, like, if I was a female and I was in here and I wanted to talk about the case some more, you would have went out to dinner with me or whatever. She was like, well, I mean, yeah, but that's because they're like my friends and stuff. So he was like, oh, okay, well, let me introduce myself. My name is Robin. And she was like, okay, Robin, all right, so 1 hour. He was like, oh, okay, I'll see you tonight. So she was like, okay. And so Fatima, because she was right by the door, child, she come in there with her big old booty and stuff. And she like, oh, what happened? She was like, it's okay, just, get him out of here, whatever like that. But Tim was like, you not bothered by him, girl, because he is fine. And she was like, no, girl, I'm not bothered by him. She was like, okay, girl, but why is your nipples hard? I was like, damn, Fatima, you all have nipples. You want to nothing. So she was like, it's just cold in here. She was like, She was like, tell the maintenance people to, warm it up a little bit. She was like, all right, I'll tell them and tell them not to bring him around anymore. Okay, you do that. Okay. So then she go on to her office. Fatima in her office, child, I said, Lord, here come goddamn hate. And that's exactly what I wrote on my paper. Here come hating ass. Like, he's talking about you looking good. She like, I know. And he like, oh, okay, you still with the attitude. She like, look, I know we got to work together and all that, but he's up on all of that, okay? He was like, all right. So he goes to his office, child. As soon as he sat in the office, he was like, did you make the call? He was like, no, man, make the call now, man. Make the call now. So he hangs up on this dude named Dion. So I'm like, what are you calling? At the airport, Zach looking sad, child, because, he done lost basically all his money. All he got is $100 to his name. So, child, ring. Hey, this is Dion from Chain Burgers. Oh, hey, what's up, man? Oh, I just wanted to tell you that we real low on building houses right now, so we don't really need as many guys as we had before, whatever like that. So we gonna have to pull you back. You gonna still be on the list, but we just gonna put you on the bottom of the list. Zach like, all right, man, that's cool. All right, I got it. Oh, all right, man. So, we got something. We gonna call you. All right. And then he go back to the phone. I'm like, Dion, and say what he had to say. What else y'all got to say? But whatever, child. Then they finally hang up the phone. Of course, Danny, her nosy ass, she come walking around there. She like, well, what's going on, Zach? You okay? He like, Danny, this is not the time. She was like, what's going on? You seem a little upset or whatever like that. So, before, they had to go through this whole long back and forth. Ain't nothing wrong. I don't want to talk about it. But you sure? Oh, ain't nothing wrong. So then he finally says that, every time he tries to get his life together, it's some bullshit and stuff. She's talking about, well, it's because you an F up. Like, I said, Danny. read the area, child. Read it, child. And so she was like, well, is this, you mad because you want to live back with me or whatever? He was like, no, Danny, I don't want to live back with you or whatever. She was like, oh, okay, good, because I already got one in there, that's testing me. And so he was like, see, y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all act like y'all know what y'all want, but then when we give it to you, y'all don't know what y'all want. She was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, you okay or whatever? And, I was just trying to be like a friend to you. I was like, Zach is probably lonely over there. He's a weirdo. So, let me go over there and have lunch with the weirdo and stuff and whatever. And he was like, look, all right. So I had all this money. I put this money into the stock tank. So I ain't got no money. She was like, well, I mean, okay, all right. He was like, all right, okay, all right. That's all you got to say. Like, that's your advice to me. She was like, well, you don't really have that much money to begin with, so it ain't like you lost a lot. He was like, yo, ho, I had $25,000. I gave $5 of that to Karen, and I had $20K. Now I got $100. She was like, what? $2,500, and you lost it. It went. Oh, okay. Yeah, you a fuck up. Like, you be. So, she's trying to give him like this pep talk, child. She was like, well, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, and but you got to get back up and stuff like that. And you got strength and stuff. And I like the way you keep going, like you never give up. Like, I mean, you be homeless, and then you just, it's never give up. And then you have to live with people, and then you be broke, but you just never give up. It's like, damn, you shut up. She was cracking me up. So he was like, just shut up, just stop. I don't want to hear no more about what you and your grandma got to say or whatever. So then he was like, wait a minute, why are you being so nice to me or whatever? Like, cause she was like, I'm gonna buy you a half a sandwich. He was like, why you being so nice? Something up with you or whatever. She was like, no. He was like, ain't you supposed to be off anyway? And she was like, yeah, I just trying to get a couple more hours and stuff. He was like, something going on with you. So then they go off on the side. A child at the bank, Sabrina still looking sad and depressed. Maurice like, girl, what is you doing? She was like, I'm just doing a little work. He said, bitch, I've been watching you all day. You ain't did nothing. She was like, well, I'm just, I just don't know. Like, why would he? I don't like that he's lying on me. Like, why would he lie on me like that? And Maurice is like, because people do stuff like that. I mean, I told you, what to do, and money make people crazy and stuff. She was like, but I ain't got no money. And he was like, well, the bank do. And then he probably going to sue, and then they going to pay him some money, then he be all right or whatever. She was like, oh my God, why are people like this? And he was like, look, girl, I don't know. But I told you what to do. She was like, no, Maurice, I can't do that. Like, I really can't. No. So he was just like, all right then, bitch. Well then, come on. And come on down here and get some drinks. Maurice, like, I'm going out with the girls later. He was like, well, bitch, I said, come out with us. And then she was also like, what if I get fired? Here we go. Maurice, so stupid. Bitch, you've been doing fraudulent shit since you got here. And you still got your job. I was cracking up. He was like, bitch, this ain't going, if this don't cause you to lose your job, nothing will, okay? Pretty much. Anyway, we see Andy and Fatima. So Andy calls Fatima into her office, and she's telling her to get all the files together for the lawyer Robin, that divorce thing going on, because she having dinner with him tonight. But Fatima's like, you not going to tell Gary? Girl, I ain't telling Gary. You sure you ain't going to tell Gary? Because I would tell Gary. I mean, like, you need to tell Gary. No, I'm not going to tell Gary. So Fatima was like, well, why you ain't gonna tell Gary? Like, it's a lot going on. And so she was like, girl, sit down. So she was like, well, okay. So then Fatima sit down thinking, she gonna tell her something about Gary. Andy, like, what's been going on with you? She was like, well, I ain't really gonna tell you because that's gonna put you in a bad predicament. She was like, girl, just talk, speak your mind. And so she was like, well, Zach came over last night. She was like, oh, that's why he was up here. Yeah, girl. Like, he was begging me to come inside, and then I opened up that door, and it wasn't 1 second before I was just spread eagle. We was bow chicky white. Oh, okay, my bad, girl, my bad. She was like, no, go ahead. She was like, this ain't, this weird and stuff. She was like, well, girl, he be having me shaking and stuff, and he is a pleaser, okay, because he don't stop until I just be shaking. I said, hallelujah. Anyway, so she was like, so Andy was looking like real like, that's interesting. Because, Zach do the same thing with each woman or whatever like that. It's, men don't do no new tricks, child. So, sometimes women don't do no new tricks neither. But at any rate, she was like, oh, you heard this before because he used to do this to her. She was like, I'm not saying that and I ain't finna say that. She was like, I got it or whatever. So she was like, well, what'd she say? So she was like, you like Zach? Like, what do you want to do with him? Do you want to be with him or whatever like that? She was like, I mean, no, I don't know. She was like, well, you can keep on denying it or whatever like that. But the way you was just talking about him and you was lighting up and the way you said he be having you shaking, girl, everybody could tell that you want him. She was like, I don't know, because I can't let him get in my heart. If I let my guard down and give him my heart and he F up or whatever, she was like, I cannot. So then Andy was like, yeah, girl, I understand. Because, me and Gary, we've been through a lot. And, when I met him, I knew he was married and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to fall for that man. I'm not going to fall with him. Maybe we just be friends and stuff like that. And then before I knew it, he had my heart in my drawers. And so, I was just like, oh my God, I am in love with this man. He in my bed at 4 a.m., busting out my back, and now I'm with him. And I'm like, girl, but you knew he was married. The thing you should have did was say, deuces, I don't want your number. When you get divorced, come back to this grocery store. I might still be up in this aisle. I might have on a different outfit, of course. But, hit me up then. But no, she wanted to be friends with a married man. No new friends, bitch. No new friends. But at any rate, she was like, well, I don't know, girl. I don't know. She was like, well, you need to tell Zach. I ain't telling that man nothing. I ain't telling him that. So she was like, all right, whatever. She was like, well, you're not going to tell Gary? You sure you're not going to tell? Yes, I am 100% sure. I'm not telling that man nothing. She was like, all right, girl. Well, where y'all trying to have dinner at? She was like, well, some place, Bella No Chase. If you can't have drinks, never mind. Where you supposed to go? So she was like, okay, I'm gonna call and get you a table at the back. She was like, oh, Andy don't do the back. She was like, Andy gonna do the back today if she don't want to get caught. Like, bitch, you new to this. I'm true to this, okay? I got you, girl. I know how to do it. I'm the hoe from the Himalayas, okay? She was like, all right, girl, all right. So she was like, Andy was like, well, Karen, look, not Karen. Fatima, look, can you get my dress from the back of my closet and, you know, bring some shoes to match? She was like, all right, girl, got you. Now, that's what makes sense to me if Andy had one dress. But, bitch, you got 100. Somebody to get a... All right, bitch. Anyway, she calls, who she called? She called Gary and told Gary that she was going to be late. Gary was real dry with it or whatever like that. He was like, hey, she was like, yeah, I'm going to be a little late because, you know, I'm going to be home around 10. He was like, oh, okay. She was like, what's wrong with you? You know, nothing. You know, I just had a long therapy session and, you know, it was a lot to process or whatever. And she was like, well, you want to talk about it? No, I'm going to talk about it with my therapist a little later on, you know, so no. She was like, okay, well, you know, I love you. Yeah, I love you. I said, oh, he dry? Like, who he up into? Because he ain't up into Andy. Anyway, at the airport, Danny trying to leave or whatever, you know, her and Zach doing their little banter and stuff, and Zach thanks her for the sandwich, and he said he's going to be okay. Danny don't want to go home. Because she don't want to be around Preston. She needs space from Preston, but she won't tell Preston that she needs space. Zach, like, how the hell he supposed to know you want space if you don't tell him he needs space? I said, duh, you know, like, tell her, Zach. So she was like, well, you know, he real sensitive and I don't want her his feelings and nothing like that. I'm like, girl, you need to tell this man or you going to mess up your relationship. First of all, when Preston said he could have stayed at a hotel because he got money, you should just let him stay at a hotel. But no, you want him to stay in your little studio apartment and now you overcrowded and stuff. Like, what did you think? It's not even 2 bedrooms. Like, girl, stop. Anyway, what had happened, child? So, what's the child name? Zach was getting a call from Fatima. So, Fatima was calling and Danny left on about her business. He finally answered the phone and he's saying, like, you know, he going through a rough day and stuff like that. And she apologized. Fatima apologized to Zach for, you know, acting like a bitch early in the morning when he was trying to leave. So, he was like, yeah, it's cool or whatever like that. And he was saying, like, you know, he effed up and stuff. And she was like, don't say that. You're not an F up and stuff. And she was like, well, you know, let me know what's going on with you or whatever. So he don't want to lay his woes on her. But she like, you know, tell me or whatever. So he like, you know, like everything going wrong and stuff. You know, every time I try to get my life back and then something go wrong. She was like, well, what did you talk about? He was like, you know, like jail, work, my life, chain breakers. So she was like, what about chain breakers? He was like, well, some dude called me up talking about I was at the top and now I'm at the bottom of the list and stuff like that. And he was like, yo, you think this your man's doing this? She was like, I don't know. And she was like, but you know, if it is him, I'm going to fuck him up or whatever. So he was like, no, I don't want your help. I don't need your help. I don't want no woman helping me out because a woman helped me out. Then they gonna say I owe them and stuff and I don't need all that in my life no more. She was like, so that's why you effing Karen for that nigga? Like, is you serious right now? He was like, no, that ain't what I'm talking about. See, yeah, you giving me that attitude that you gave me this morning. I told you today is not the day. She was like, all right, you right. I'm sorry or whatever. And so then the conversation just kept going left. He said something else and she bucked up and then it was just going left, child. But he was like, look, I'm going to work a double shift or whatever like that. And she was like, no, you need to be at my house by 8:30 tonight. He was like, well, I need this money. She was like, you need to be at my house by 8:30 tonight. He was like, all right, whatever. So then she called Hayden. So the whole time, I'm like, where the hell is Fatima at? Is she in the lobby? Like, is she in Andy's apartment? Like, where the hell is she at making all these fucking phone calls? Because Gary was in the house or the apartment when Andy got off the phone with him. So maybe she was in the lobby because she is in the apartment building. But where she at in the apartment building, no one knows. But anyway, she called Hayden. So she apologized for snapping on him in the office or whatever. So she trying to be nice to him and she telling him like, you know, stroking his ego like, you know, I don't know why I'm so mean to you. You a nice guy and I think you should just come to my house and we should talk this over and over like that. And he was like, oh, for real? And she was like, yeah, you know, we can just talk this out and work this out or whatever, you know, because he was like, you know, it would mean the world to me, you know. And she was like, yeah, because you're a nice guy and I need to show you how nice you are or whatever. He was like, all right, well, you know, let me head back to the house. I'm going to take a shower and then I'm going to head over there. I said, hey, then you was about the dumbest fool And like, you just stupid. Cause then she play you the last time you came over to her house and you got all excited, and then she put you out with the cheap ass bottle of wine you brought over, and you think she not playing you again, fool. You's a whole sucker. Anyway, and proud. So Bree looking sad at the bar. Maurice trying to get her drunk. The bartender tells Bree that Maurice was being nice to Q, and Q was telling everybody that Maurice was nice to him, and yada yada yada. And now Q want to bone Maurice. He want to bend him backwards, and do some things, and yeah, child. But anyway, he want to do all that with Maurice. So Maurice like, oh gosh, shut up! You telling everybody my business. So then Bree was like, Maurice, that was really nice of you. Oh my God, you could have had him locked up. Like, why? He was like, look, bitch, I know how it is and stuff like that. My mama kicked me out when I was 14 years old. So I know how it is, and if it wasn't for my drag mother saving me, I don't know where I would be. And so she was like, oh my God, Maurice, that's so sad. I'm so sad for you. And she was like, well, why are you being sad? Like, it is what it is. Like, she was like, oh my God, but don't you like want to talk it out? He was like, bitch, why I'm going to be sad over some shit that I didn't got over? Cracking up. Then he talk about stuff because he in his prime. He's 22. I said 22 times 2. What? Boy, stop. Anyway, so Maurice said he gonna go dance and stuff like that. He left Bree at the bar by herself talking to the bartender. Karen finishing a job. Pam's like, oh girl, she got your hair looking nice. I said, girl, stop. That wig just as stiff as it wanna be. I'm sorry. And so they lock up. So Pam asked Karen where she about to go. She was like, oh yeah, I'm about to meet the girls. We about to have some happy hour or something. No, not happy hour. What's the happy hour they supposed to meet for? Yeah, happy hour. So they're going to meet for happy hour. So she was like, well, you want to still wear that outfit or whatever? She was like, what's wrong with my outfit? She was like, well, I got hair all over there. Oh, okay, you right. I guess I go home and change. So she said she going to go home and change. It's this dude just knocking on the door. Bang, 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 bang. And he got an envelope in his hand. So he got the envelope, and Karen like, we closed. Like, yo, we is closed or whatever like that. He bang, bang, bang. She like, closed. Like, I can't hear you. It's closed. I said, girl, the door is glass, but whatever. So he ends up sliding the letter underneath the door. So she go get the letter. Here go Pam. Don't open that letter, girl. Don't open that letter. Like my mama said, don't open no certified letters, no funky letters. Don't open no letters. It can have Corona up in there. I was cracking up. I said, not Corona in the damn envelope, Pam. It was from an attorney. So the letter from an attorney, they don't say quite what the letter is about. But Pam all like, girl, you getting sued. Like, who's suing you or whatever. So Karen like, girl, get out my business, go on, leave. She was like, I'm scared to leave, girl. I can't go out there. What if he wait for me in the bushes? So Karen was like, well, girl, you gonna be happy because you like strays. She was like, you know what? I'm mad you know that. All right, I'ma go, or whatever. So then she said something about Andy. Karen, when she walked away, she was like, damn, Andy, or whatever. So then we see Danny, child. I don't know what the hell in the Powerpuff Girls she had on, but she looked like she was dressed for an 80s pop video. I said, girl, what is that? Like, it looked like a whole cloud had just got ripped up or torn to shreds. I don't know. I didn't quite like the outfit. That ain't my style. Anyway, Preston was like, oh, girl, you look good. She was like, I don't know if to be offended or take that as a compliment. I said, girl, take that as a damn compliment. He telling you look sexy. Damn, old Powerpuff Girl. But anyway, he like, maybe give me a kiss. He got his shirt all open. I said, Preston, you better stop. Child, it's been so long. Anyway, so Preston, he wanted to talk. He wanted a little kissy kiss from his boo. She gave him a quick one. He was like, damn, I didn't even taste that kiss. The fuck? So he like, well, baby, how was your day? She was like, my day was good. He was like, oh, okay, well, my day was good. Like you usually ask. She's like, well, I'm a little high. He said, that's when you be asking the most questions, Danny. And she was like, well, I'll be on that sativa and stuff. But it's okay, baby. I already know how your day was. He was like, well, how was my day? She was like, well, you got there and you the best cow wrangler in this side of the Mississippi, and old Bessie got loose and stuff, and then you was riding on a tractor and stuff like that, And so he was like, oh, I guess you do know about my day, baby. I knew. And he was like, so you want me to have dinner ready for you when you get in? She was like, no, matter of fact, these hoes got a lot of issues, so I don't even want you to wait up or whatever. He was like, all right, baby, I'll see you later. So then we see Fatima. This was the best part out of the whole damn episode, child. We see Fatima. She getting a dress. She getting some pink pumps with this pink suit outfit or whatever like that. So she getting the outfit ready. Child, she go walking in the hallway. It's all this moaning, like, let me stop. So it's all this, child. Woo, child. Anyway, it's all this moaning, and there was not one voice. So it wasn't like he was watching porn or something like that. It was two voices, child. I mean, he could have been watching porn, because typically in porn it'd be more than one person. Sometimes they had a one person porn, and then sometimes they had the two people. But most times, or sometimes they had the little orgy porn, So I had heard and everything like that, because I had heard these things, y'all. Because Anyway, but it could have been porn, but it could be Gary getting it in with somebody. I don't know, but I hope Gary not that stupid. Bring some other hoe in Andy bed, cause you ain't getting none the night before. Boy, child, it better not be no another hoe up in child. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Y'all go ahead and put it down in the comments down below. If y'all enjoyed this recap review, go ahead and hit me with that thumbs up button along with the share button. Go ahead and share it, child. And then subscribe to my channel and hit me with that notification bell. All right, y'all. Until next time. I'll probably do Married at First Sight probably like Sunday, because I gotta do my hair tonight. I got some things I got to do this weekend, so y'all probably get that on Sunday. But y'all will definitely get it along with Power Book 3 and The Shy. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.